Hello everyone, Emily here. I am going to work on a scarf. So I have different colors. I have red, white, green, and two different color yellows tied together in no specific order. And I'm just going to go ahead and start crocheting, and I want to make a scarf. I am going to use the moss stitch. I know that you all know that the moss stitch is my favorite stitch. And so I got my yarn on my hook, and let's just go ahead and get started. I'm using a 5.0, and all the yarn is either going to be Red Heart or Mainstay. So if you are wanting to make a scarf for Christmas, this is something that will work up really quick. This is a yarn saver, and I'm just making this so it will be pretty and festive for the holiday. So you just need to chain however many you feel you want the width of your scarf to be, or if you want to make it long ways, you can do that too. That way you know how long your scarf is already going to be, and you're just going to work on the width. Sometimes that's fun to do. I'm going to do mine widthwise, and then I can make mine as long as I want to. And I'm just going to be using this Christmas colors. And it's just going to be, like I said, I just tied them together. So it's just going to be however the colors show up. And I like that. So, I think mine is about as long as I need it to be. So the moss stitch is, we're not going to go into, let's put some light on the situation here. We're not going to go into the stitch that we just came out of. We're going to go into the next stitch. And we're going to do a single crochet. And we're only going to go under one loop. And we're going to take our marker, and we're going to put our marker in that last spot, because this is basically our chain one, and we always want to make our last stitch our chain one. So we're going to go ahead and start doing our repeat row right away. We're going to skip one, we're going to go into the next one, and we're going to do a single crochet. We're going to chain one, we're going to skip one stitch, we're going to go to the next one, and we're going to do a single crochet. I'm going to chain one, I'm going to skip one stitch and go to the next stitch and do a single crochet. And I am just going to do this all the way across. You can never go wrong with making a couple of extra hats or scarves for those emergency Christmas gifts. When my children were younger, wasn't it like they would bring a friend or a new boyfriend, and you're like, well, if I knew, I would have bought them something. Or my grandkids my granddaughter asked me to make her teacher a blanket. Well, it's kind of too close to Christmas for that, honey. But she's going to give her one of my gnomes. Chain one, skip one, going to go into the next one. We're almost here at the end. Skip one, go into the next one. Skip one, go into the next one. And I only have one left. You know what? I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to leave it alone. I can take that knot off and go back to here. So now we're at the end, and we're going to chain one. Let's get our other marker. My other earring. And we're going to place it in that chain 1. Sorry, I just want you to see where I'm putting it. That chain 1. Because that's going to be our last stitch. This is going to help your project to stay in a straight line. Chain 1, and I'm going to turn my work. Now what we're going to do is we are going to go into each opening where we chained 1, and our first one is going to be right here. So just pull your stuff apart and you'll be able to see them. So I did my chain 1, got my marker there. I'm going to do a single crochet, and I'm going to chain 1. We're going to skip this next stitch, and we're going to go in to the chain 1 spot, and we're going to do a single crochet. We're going to chain 1. You can see our stitch and our next stitch, so we always want to make sure we're going to go in between. Here's our crochet stitch and our next stitch, so we want to go in between. Don't want to get full and go in that little opening. And you know, I'm kind of doing this leisurely. You don't have to pull it really tight. My next stitch is here. Did I do my crochet? Yep, I did my crochet one. So I'm just going to go in, chain 1, go into my next opening, and ooh, change of color. And as you go, it's going to get a lot easier. So I'm going to chain 1. That little knot there really held me up. I have another opening, and I'm going to go in there. And you know what? I'm just going to take my ends and put them there and bury them. Crocheted 1, I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to go into this next opening. I'm going to hold those down. Single crochet and chain 1. When I do my single crochet, and I like to chain my 1 right away so that I don't forget. There's your stitch and your chain 1. I'm going to go in there, single crochet and chain 1. Pull them apart, put your fingers in there so you don't go in that one. You want to go in the space where you had the chain 1. So sometimes it can be a little tricky. This is a very big yarn saver, and this is my most favorite stitch ever. So I know I've done other tutorials, but since I was going to make this scarf, I just wanted to do another one. So you can see here where your stitch marker is, that is your chain 1. And I'm just going to go right into that chain 1. And there we go. That's my last stitch. Now I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to put my marker right into that chain 1 so that when I come back I know where I'm going into. Like I told you, I just mixed up a whole bunch of different colors, so this is just going to be a very colorful scarf. So now you're going to turn. Your first opening is right here where you have a chain 1. So I'm just going to go right in there. My single crochet and chain 1. And now that the color has changed, it seems to make it a little bit easier to find it. And I'm just going to go right into this one. I'm going to chain 1. I like to chain 1 before I go to look for my next stitch. It's right there. And it's right here. It's not always where you see the opening. Seems to always be next to that opening. So now we know that our last stitch is going to go into that chain 1. And I'm going to chain 1, grab my marker. I wear these earrings a lot too. I made them myself and I really like them. So if you went, if you went to Walmart, you could just buy yourself some, these little earrings are not very expensive, and add your own bling for your markers. So it doesn't look like much now, but as soon as I keep going and now my colors start adding up, it's just going to be really fun and festive. So you just look for your first hole again, which is right here. Chain 1. And you can see right now it's pretty easy to find your opening. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on this moss stitch. It is a yarn saver. You could make a really nice scarf up really super quick. It's always nice, like I said, to have that extra gift in the back, just in case. Or maybe you want to wear, make one for a gift for someone. But this stitch, you can see there's not a lot of holes, so it is a really warm stitch. This is just my favorite. And I'm going to go right into that chain 1. I'm going to take my marker off first. Chain 1. And this is really going to help you keep your line straight. There you go. I know it looks kind of goofy, the color change when it changes, but I think I'm coming up on changing to green. So I'm going to work a little bit more. I'll be back. Give this a try. You're just going to love it. And I did make my some of my gloves, fingerless gloves with this stitch, and I put them in my stockings already, and I just love this stitch. It's just so warm. So I will be back in just a little bit to show you how far I get. So I'm going to take the two ends of my project and let's see here. I am just going to sew them together. So I'm going to put my two ends together, and literally I am just going to go right into there. Go right in, and all I'm going to do is slip stitches all the way across. So I'm going to go underneath and go underneath here, and I'm going to do a slip stitch. I am going to do that all the way across. Make sure I don't miss any. And I really want to go under 2 strands on each side. I like little projects like this, and I like the way this looks, and I love to wear ugly Christmas sweaters. I think I only have 3, and I take them out, and if I'm going somewhere, I'm wearing one. I'm just going to go underneath there. They used to laugh at me at work because I was constantly wearing my ugly sweaters. And I have a sweatshirt that is, it says my favorite Hallmark movie sweatshirt, so I change them up a little bit, but I loved my ugly sweaters. And I have one that I'm sure if you watch some of my videos from last year, the arms were like silver sequins. And it has the guy from Elf on it. And that one is like my most favorite one. If it's gaudy, I'm wearing it. And I just think it's fun. And I'm not working anymore, so I won't be wearing them unless I go out to Walmart or something. I'll wear them to Walmart. You bet I will wear them out to Walmart. So anyway, you can see that it's just sewing together really nicely. It's matching up really nice. I think I got up a few too many times when I was crocheting because my stitches got a little tight here and there. But you know, after I wear this and wash it a couple of times, it's going to be just fine. And I have this little stinky inclination that I'm going to wear this and one of my grandsons is going to see it. They're going to take it and I'm never going to see it again. So, and that's always nice. I like it when that happens. But my other project did not look good. So took it apart and this is what I made. I could have made another gnome, but I decided no, I just wanted to do something different. So this slip stitch is working out just wonderful. Just pulling it all the way through. I'm going to go here to the end. I'm going to take it through. I'm going to tie this in a knot and then I'm just going to bury my strands here. And you know, if you like all of your stuff to look really patternized, you could do 2 in one color, each one a different color, or so much in one color, and so you could just do any pattern you want to. Just because I did mine kind of gaudy certainly does not mean you need to do yours like that. And I like to make up patterns, and I like to change things right in the middle. So let me put this on and show you what it looks like. So here it is. I think it goes up high enough. If I have my coat on, it's going to be nice and tight. It went over my head really nicely, and I really like the colors. And yeah, I think it's really festive, and I can wear a hat with it. I got millions of different hats I've made for myself, and I'm just really happy with this quick little scarf I made. So if you have any last minute gifts you have to make, if you used a thicker yarn, of course it would crochet up faster, but I'm really happy with it. So give this moss stitch a try. It's really wonderful. Thank you guys. Have a great day. Bye.